As the days on the calendar slip by, my heart grows colder and more distant, knowing that the light that is my hope for an Ash vs. Evil Dead to return will never happen. Stoic, lost within my own brain. No matter how hard I seem to manifest, I am doomed, forsaken, and endlessly stirred. Alone, I feel the mania creeping in within me, to this eternal and internal feeling. Have I lost my mind? I feel myself slipping away.
Good thing Evil Dead 4 is on the way, or else things would have gotten weird. Welcome back, video creeps. Hang around and let's go over everything that we know about Evil Dead 4. Plus, I'll be ranking the entire Evil Dead franchise. But before we get into all of that, do me a quick favor. Go ahead and like the video and then just drop a comment ranking exactly how you would place the Evil Dead films and TV show. Then at the end of the video, we can see if we match up. It'll be fun, like a game, like something that we did together. Once you've done all that, we can just go ahead and get right into this. Now, first things first, just to clear up any confusion. Yes, after Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell spilled the beans that we would be getting another Evil Dead film, which of course all of you guys know Sam Raimi is the brainchild of all things Evil Dead, only stepping aside once to let Fede Alvarez come in to breathe brand new life into the franchise back in 2013 with his immaculate and wonderful remake. And then of course, you know, Bruce Campbell, who has appeared in every single iteration of Evil Dead ever, playing our main character, Ash Williams. Yeah, initially, these guys, when they told us that we were getting a new Evil Dead, they told us that it would officially be called Groovy. However, with the film entering production, we now know that the official title for this project is called Evil Dead Rise. And just hearing that title makes my goosebumps do the same. I am loving the new title, and I think it already says a ton about what film we're gonna be receiving. And I'm not gonna lie, while I liked Groovy just fine, I was definitely wondering how they were gonna work in that title, especially since Bruce Campbell has retired playing Ash. And Groovy is kind of like, that's kind of his thing. He says that. That's his catchphrase. So pivoting and changing the title to this, I think that makes it easier for us to accept a brand new timeline for Evil Dead. Or not a brand new timeline, because I am sure that everything that's happened with Ash will be canon to this new storyline. But these new characters and this new story. Now, something else that we learned really early is that this thing will be exclusive to HBO Max. Just like Gremlins and so many other horror franchises that are finding their way to the platform. I don't know what horror enthusiast employee is hanging out over at HBO Max, but they are bringing it and I am digging it. Because HBO, they know what they're doing. It's not like it's not even TV. Remember, it's more than it's HBO. Now, at current standing, there are no talks of an actual theatrical release. But that doesn't mean that it's impossible. It just means that right now, it's not exactly a priority, which I, for one, really hope that that changes when we get a little bit closer to its release. You think I don't want to see Deadites die on screen? Come on. We all do. They better make it happen. Now, the film was written and will be directed by Lee Cronin, who also directed the film Hole in the Ground. Sam Raimi saw it and liked it so much that him and Bruce Campbell hand selected him because they believed that he had the artistic know-how and integrity to take Evil Dead into the future. And it seems like with his newfound power, the very first thing that Lee was interested in doing was getting the hell out of the woods. That's right, this brand new Evil Dead will take place in an urban setting, leaving the cabin that we've known and loved for so long behind in order to see the Deadites in a brand new setting. And that excites me because I love the idea of seeing Deadites ripping up a mall or terrorizing kids in a school. It's such an interesting direction for these films to go in. Because again, it's not something that we've really explored, though there have been flecks in the past. We've seen Deadites attack small towns in Ash vs. Evil Dead, and we've even seen Deadites in a supermarket. But the idea of this being a full-fledged urban area, opening up the possibility of Deadites on a train, or a hospital calling for its nurse, and when they arrive it's a Deadite, I just love that for this franchise. But by and large, it seems like a large portion of this film is going to take place in a sky-rise building, right in the heart of the city. Now, while Bruce is retired, he is still a producer on this thing along with Sam Raimi. So is it possible that we could get an adequate cameo? The guy does love doing that. I would take it even if he's not playing Ash, just to see Bruce Campbell and just get that blessing. I don't know, that kind of thing just makes me feel good. Let him be a gas station attendant or something, I'm still gonna dig it. They pull in to pump some gas and like he gets saved from Deadites and he's just like groovy. Like, I want that. Now, speaking of characters, we do have two brand new characters in the Evil Dead universe. We have Alyssa Sutherland, who we've seen in movies like The Mist and the mega popular hit Vikings, and Lily Sullivan from movies like Picnic at Hanging Rock and that badass film with Daniel Radcliffe, Jungle. Seriously, that movie kicks all the ass. Good book too, so I heard. Never read it, but people say that, so I believe it. Now, not much is known about these characters just yet, but what we do know solidly is that these two characters will be sisters, slightly estranged, and forced to band together in order for them to defeat this demon-possessed corpse attack. Filming began on the project in New Zealand on June 7th, and we actually get this cool behind-the-scenes photograph taken by Lee himself in order to commemorate the first day of filming. Unfortunately, it doesn't give us a whole lot to infer from, but it is nice to see that something is happening on the Evil Dead front. And knowing that they started filming on June of this month lets us know that we could potentially see this thing as early as the opening half of 2022. Guys, I don't think we have any reason to believe that this is not going to be incredible. Evil Dead has been providing us with nothing but non-stop entertainment for the last 40 years. With movies, TV shows, comic books, video games. The spirit of the franchise is very alive. From medieval times all the way up to a dystopian future that we never get to see. All the way at the end of Ash vs. Evil Dead, we know that there's adventures to be seen down that way as well. And that's awesome. Now, stylistically, because this film is being produced by Ghost House Pictures, I think we can expect something similar to 2013's Evil Dead. Especially because when you look at some of the other films that came out of Ghost House Productions camp, it's in the company of movies like Unholy and Don't Breathe, Insidious, 30 Days of Night. Even Evil Dead 2013 was through Ghost House. And all of these movies do have kind of a similar look. There's a common thread, mood, and vibe that I think we can look forward to in Evil Dead Rise. Now, I told you guys that I would give you all a quick ranking of the Evil Dead franchise and where I place them. And I'm gonna give you that, but I wanna make it clear that I don't hate any of these movies. It's just I had to watch these movies in a certain order, this is how I would do it based off of entertainment alone. So okay, coming in dead fucking last is gonna be the movie Army of Darkness. Now, I think this movie is very funny and super different, and I love seeing Ash on this olden time adventure with his boomstick, but the truth is that I've just never really connected to this film like a lot of other people. Though I do commend this film because it's the first one that really opened up the road and path for Evil Dead to lean into some more humorous situations. So even though I don't love this film equally like I do some of the others, I still respect it quite a bit because it's really important to where this franchise ends up going later on. Up next is going to be the original 1981 Evil Dead. I'm sorry, come after me, it's the truth. This movie has a ton of charm, and honestly, I'm pretty inspired when I watch this movie. And I think a lot of other creators feel that way as well. This movie was Sam Raimi and a bunch of his buddies getting together, just trying to create something. It's incredibly low budget and innovative, and it's really interesting to see Sam Raimi and his team come up with these innovative and cool tricks to get brand new shots that weren't even being taught in film schools at the time. Movies like this one and Basket Case are extremely inspiring for first-time filmmakers, and they set an amazing example. Though admittedly, the actual film itself can be a bit much at times for me. And when I say a bit much, I mean boring. But again, with this film, the goods way outweigh the bad. Up next for me, right smack in the middle, is gonna be the Evil Dead remake. I just wasn't ready. I was nowhere near prepared for how absolutely awesome and batshit crazy this film was. It's a gore fest that is just shamelessly enjoyable. The inclusion of Mia and having her step in as our Ash, getting this brand new look to an Evil Dead film, and seeing how far they pushed this thing, like holy cow. Fede Alvarez came in and he was not playing. This was a straight up horror film. And the truth is that it came out during a time where horror wasn't very shocking or horrifying. So I have a lot of love for this film. And even to take it a step further, I would say it's in like my top 5 best horror remakes of all time. Coming in for that second spot is gonna be Evil Dead 2. Ash in Evil Dead 2 made this franchise immortal. The story is awesome and the ending is so cool. Everything about Evil Dead 2 is a step up in a better direction. The camera work and special effects have clearly risen. And the cinematography in this film is phenomenal, especially when you think about the choreography of the action scenes in this movie. Oh, so good! Evil Dead 2 is just one of those movies that you can put on in the background and at no point can you look at it and then not be like, I can watch for a second. But coming in that first spot for me is going to be Ash vs. Evil Dead, the entire television series. With peace and love to the entire franchise, at no point do I have more fun than when I'm watching the TV show. Every single season is better than the last. And with characters like Kelly and Pablo following the Jefe from town to town, just killing deadites, and then learning more about Ash Williams and his past, and seeing where he goes into his future. It's just everything that I want from this franchise. So there you have it, guys. That's everything that we know right now about Evil Dead Rise, and how I personally would rank the Evil Dead franchise. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this brand new movie that's coming down our way. And of course, let me know what your ranking of the franchise would be. If you're new here, badass. I'm so stoked that you're here. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that way we can hang out again. And for anybody that really enjoyed the ranking portion of this video, I actually have another ranking video for all of Rob Zombie's movies over on my Patreon, in addition to a litany of other exclusive content that you can only see by becoming a Patreon. So if you have the $3 and you want to support what I do and help me push this thing forward, consider becoming a Patreon at the link down in the description of this video. I like all of you so much, so do me the favor and like my video. And until the next time that we get to hang out like this again and talk horror movies, I'm gonna have to see you guys on the next one. So peace, video creeps.
Pitter-patter, I feel them scatter, a dream inside another dream. Thank you all so much, I'm grateful to the touch. Let me list you off name by name: Rebecca Reviews and Kyoko, Corey Stewart and Carwoman, Larry Sherman and Spooky, Butcher's Grindhouse, Lolo X-Core, Runs with Punks and Michael Andrews, and Captain Boots, Gremnir, Survivors Guild, Flag Boys and Wig Wolf, yo Adrian, I'm here singing thank you. I got a lot of thanks for you, for being my Patreon. Thank you, oh, thank you. Hey, this is me doing an impression of The Cure. I'm Robert Smith, I'm fucking Robert Smith. Can you tell that I'm doing a Robert Smith impression? I hope it doesn't come out as a Bowie impression. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey Taco, do you wanna sing something? Say lick, 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 you